So, Bismillah, we can start. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, inshallah, we'll continue with the last part of the continuity and discontinuity, the end behavior for the function. This part, inshallah, we'll talk about the zeros of the function and the end behavior. Alaikum assalam. So, what is the meaning of the zeros of the function? Zeros of the function.
The x-intercept.
Zeros of the function, it's mean the x-intercept. Or roots. Or solutions. Or
x-intercept.
we said x-intercept, the value of x when y is equal to 0. That's the meaning of the zeros of the function. So, any problem for this point? Any problem for this one? Okay. The sound is clear, or there is any problem with the sound? Because
There's crackling.
No, there is clear overall, but there is some cracks.
are they clear? Any problem for the sound?
No, not really.
That's okay. So now in this question, we need to determine whether determine between which two consecutive integers the real zeros of the function are located on the given interval. What is the meaning of that? We said that the zeros of the function as defined as x-intercept. That's right. So suppose that we are, you remember the shape of the linear function? Linear. Please raise your voice because the sound is not clear for me, and I'm raising it.
It's a straight line.
It's represented as a straight line. For the linear function, suppose that we have a function like that. That is the graph, and that is the graph for the linear function. So if you find that the graph for the linear function is represented by a line, and the solution would be at this point. If you look at the part which before the solution, you will find that under the x-axis, it means the value of y will be positive or negative. Negative value. And the part which above the line, the value of x will be positive value.
Positive.
That is the meaning of the solution. Or if you have any graph, suppose that we have any other function, that is the coordinates. Sorry, that is the coordinates.
This is for linear only, right?
Sorry?
This is for linear only, right?
No. For any function, suppose that I'm graphing any other function. Any function.
Yeah, but because if the vertex touches the x-axis, then y will not be linear.
For any function. I'm just discussing now about the zeros. Okay? So for any function, just 1 minute. For any function, there is a part here. That is the solution. That is the zeros. That's right? That is the zeros of the function, because we said that the zeros is the x-intercept. Yeah. Before the zeros, there is a part above the x-axis. This part is above the x-axis. And this part is below the x-axis. It means the solution now lies between a part above the x-axis and below the x-axis. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at this part, y here is positive or negative? Positive. And y here is positive or negative? Negative. Here we have another solution. At this part, y is positive or negative?
Negative.
This part, y will be
Positive.
positive. The value of y at any point, suppose that I'm talking about this point. For example, it could be -2 and +2, this point. And this point, you will find that it will be, for example, -1 and -3. It's mean at this part, y is positive, whatever the value of x, leave the value of x. But at this part, y is positive, and at this part, the coordinate, the y coordinate is negative. So it means the zeros for any zero of the function lies between what? Positive part for y and the negative part for y. We can find another shape for the function. Like,
Sir, so does that mean y equals plus minus?
no. I didn't say y is equal to plus and minus. I just say for any zero of the function is lies between two values. One of them is positive value for y and the other one is negative value for y.
Okay. So
The value which before the zero, if the value before the zero is positive, the value after the zero will be negative. You understand it?
So
is it
it's
clear?
in between. And so the zero is in between.
Zero is
the positive and
in between positive and negative. One before positive or negative, so the other will be the inverse one. Or you can find it both of them are positive or both of them are negative. That's only if the graph is touching the x-axis. So you'll find that both of them approach to the same number, which is zero. That is the only case that you will find that the two sides of the zeros, both of them are positive or both of them are negative.
Only parabolas.
For any graph, it must be parabola like that, intersection, then we have another solution like that. Not must be parabola. One of the zeros, the main point that we can find a zero, that is the only case that you will find that the two sides of the zeros are positive or both of them are negative. So any problem for this point? You know how we can find the zeros? Between any two numbers, between any two values for y, from the graph you can find it from the graph. How we can find it from the table? Now in this question we need to determine between which two consecutive integer numbers the real zero that we have. So that is the table that that is the interval that we have, which is -4 and 4. So all what you have to do just by using the calculator, mode 7. So that's x and that's y. Mode 7, just a minute to open the calculator, please. Can you write, please, the function? Or just 1 minute. I will share. Can you write the function? You are only see the calculator now. That's right?
Yeah.
You didn't see anything else. So I will go back to the function. The function that we have, just a minute. Can you see the screen now?
Yeah.
Just write this function or take a screenshot for this one, for this part.
Got it.
Okay.
خلاص? Done?
Yeah.
Okay. So in this question, we need to find between which two consecutive integer number there is a zero between them. So all what we have to do, just we will use the calculator for this part. You can use two options. The first one, the graphic calculator, or the second one, the normal way. For the normal way, all what we have to do just by using table, which is mode 7, mode table. Is that right?
Yeah.
Then write the function. Write the function x to the power 3 minus 4x plus 2 equals. We have to start from -4 and end at 4. Then press step 1 because you are going one step in each time. You will find that for x equals -4, between -46. And the second value I'm just writing now, -3. We have here -13. For -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have here 2. Then we going down just 1 minute. I'm writing 5, 2, and -1. 5, 2, and the -1. What are the other values?
We have like 3 zeros.
Just 1 minute.
Sir, that means the zeros are between -3 and -2 and 0 and +1.
Again, please, sorry. I'm just writing what you say now because I didn't get what you say.
I was gonna say the answer, but I was gonna skip in the end. Don't mind it.
It's okay.
The answer
Minus
between,
4x plus 2 start from negative 4 and at 4. Step 1, go back to negative 1, 2 and 17. 2 and 17, 50. Okay.
so the answer
That is the table that we have. Look at y. You will find that we have here negative 13 and 2. One of them is positive and the other is negative. Then we have 2 and negative 1. It means we have a part below the x-axis. Then the other part now after the above the x-axis, it means there is a solution here. Between which two numbers? Between negative 2 and the negative 3. So that is the first zero that we have. The second zero, we have a part above the x-axis, then another part below the x-axis. It means
The screen is on the calculator.
and the calculator, just 1 minute. Sorry for this one. Okay. Can you see this one now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now we have for y, we have negative 13 and 2. That means we have a part below the x-axis and the part after the x-axis. So that's the point of intersection between the graph and the x-axis. It means we have a zeros between negative 2, negative 3 and negative 2. The other part we have 2 above the x-axis, then we are going down to negative 1 below the x-axis. It means there is a point of intersection between the graph and the x-axis between 0 and 1. Any problem? So the two consecutive numbers that we have a zeros lies between them. The first pair, which is negative 3 and negative 2, there is 1 0 between them, and we have 0 and 1, there is 1 0 between them. Is it clear or not clear?
Yeah, now it's clear.
Yes.
So the answer is between negative 3 and negative 2 and between 0 and 1. Is this how I write the answer?
Yes.
You look at the
Just a minute, open the graph calculator, please. Okay. Can you see the screen now? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Y equals x to the power 3 minus 2x or what? It was 2x? 4x?
4x.
Okay, just 1
Yeah.
minute. 4x plus 2
Plus 2. Yes.
plus
Yeah.
2. Okay. So you will find that the graph will intersect. If you go there now, you will find that the graph, just make zoom. Okay. Between negative 3 and the negative 2, there is the graph intersects the x-axis. It means now we have a solution between negative 2 and negative 3. And we have another solution here. Between 0 and, just a minute, there is between 0 and 1. We didn't get this one from the graph. Between 0 and 1, 5 and 2. Let me check this one. 1. Maybe we calculate something wrong. Just a minute. Again, we can use the calculator.
Isn't it because we just did it in the intro?
Sorry?
Isn't it because we checked just from negative 4 to 4 that we didn't get the 1 and 2?
But the 0, there is 0 between them. So just 1 minute. We have negative here. Negative, just 1 minute. We have 1 0 here also. I didn't get this one. That's negative.
Yes, sir. Negative.
That's negative. We didn't focus on
Yeah,
this
2
one.
and negative 1.
There is negative here
Yeah,
and there is a positive here. You get this one? There's a negative here and there is a positive.
frozen for me.
Just 1 minute. Look at the screen now. Okay. We have negative 1 here. There is negative 1 here. and then we have positive. It means we have a part here below the x-axis and another part above the x-axis. This one. So the graph is going down, then going up again. It means we have another solution between 1 and 2. It means now we have 3 solutions, 3 pairs. The first one between -3 and the -2. The second one between 0 and 1. The third one between 2 and 3. Between 1 and 2, sorry. Between 1 and 2. Any problem for this one? Any problem for this one?
So how do you write the answer? Is it just like that?
Yes, -2. There's the first one,
Okay.
between which two numbers? The first one, the first 0 lies between -3 and the -2. The second 2 numbers, the second 2 consecutive numbers, 0 and 1. The third one, which is 1 and 2. That's all. Okay. So how we can solve the second one? By using the same way. We have x and y. So it will be, that's -3, then -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Can you use a calculator, please? Mode 4. Mode 7, sorry. Mode 7. Then give me the values. Mode 7.
Okay, I got it.
X to the power
is 3.
3.
-2 is -1.
-1.
1 is -1.666.
-1.6.
1.666.
1 or -1?
-1.
-1.6. Okay.
-1 is -1.66.
-0 is -1.5.
-1.5.
1 is -1.
-1.
-1.
-0.3.
-0.3.
And 3 is 0.4, positive.
0.4. 4 is?
And 4 is 1.25.
1.25.
25.
Okay. So it's mean the sign change at this part.
-3
And the sign also change at that part. So it's mean we have two pair of numbers. The first one between -3 and the -2, and the second part between 2 and 3. We can check the answer. Do you remember the function? Because I'm shifting to the graph.
Yes.
X bar 2 minus 6 over x. Okay.
Yes, it's x squared minus 6 over x plus 4.
Okay, just 1 minute. This one. Okay. It's y equals x bar 2
x squared minus 6. X bar 2
minus
squared.
6
X squared over x plus 4.
X
over
plus 4. Yeah. X plus 4.
x plus 4. So you'll find that we have two
4 or 6.
solutions. Can
You want 6?
4 or 6?
Yes, 4. 4.
Okay. So you'll find that we have here 1 0 between -2 and -3, the other one between 2 and 3. Any problem for the graph?
No.
Okay.
No.
Can you solve question number 9 and 10 and send it to me, please? 9 and 9 and 11.
This is 10.
Can you show the page?
9 and 11. I will show you the page now. Just 1 minute to share. 9 and 11. This one. From the worksheet, just open from the screen. Just solve question number 9 and 11. Okay. Yes. The two parts now. Negative and negative, both of them are negative and close to be 0. Between 0 and 1. That's right? 0 and -1.
Yeah, they're both positive.
Yeah.
Both of them are positive.
Yeah.
Both of them are positive. Yeah. Okay. So
It's
if you go
parabola.
between, it's parabola, yes. If you go to, if you just check between 0 and the -1, like mode table, just 1 minute. Mode table, and you use the interval from -1 and 0, and you make the step 0.1, 0.1, you will find that there is zeros between them. That's to make sure to check.
Yeah.
And after you finish, Just choose try for -1 and 0, and step 0.1. Instead of substitution with 1 point
Don't have enough.
-1. Sorry?
Don't have enough memory for that. So reduce it to.
Make the step 0.2, no problem.
But there's 2 zeros.
There is 2 zeros, yes.
Yes, in between -1 and 0.
Yes. X bars 2.
So do I write the decimal in the answer, or
Sorry?
do I write the decimal in the answer between this decimal?
Yeah, there
and
are
this
2
decimal?
zeros.
There are 2 zeros, right? The 2 zeros, I said, the question said, right, what? What is the question again, please? Between which two consecutive integers?
Okay.
Okay.
So we
It's
have
just an
2
integer.
zeros we have 2 zeros lies between what? Between -1 and 0. You understand this one?
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, can a question have no zeros at all?
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes?
Okay.
If the graph is not intersecting the x-axis,
It has
Suppose that-
no solution.
suppose that the
Right.
graph is x bar 2 plus 1. Check for this one. Any interval. Choose any interval. Because the graph, if you remember this one, we have one transformation, which is 1 unit up. So it's a problem shifted 1 unit up. The problem now is shifted 1 unit up, it means it will never intersect the x-axis.
Mr. Islam, I sent you the answer.
I know, just 1 minute. Okay. Any problem for this one?
No.
We will check now for Shafai. Just 1 minute. Okay.
Sir, I sent my answer.
There is for the first one, Shafai was discussing about the first one, which is number 9. If you remember, yeah, if you just focus, we was discussing number 9. Number 9, we have 2 zeros, not only 1 0.
Yeah, I wrote
Have
between
to.
-1 and 0. Okay, I will mention 2.
Because you mentioned that the 0 is 0.16.
Yeah, that's not a 0.
You said the 0 is 0.16. That's what you wrote. That's right? You wrote it like that. 0 is 0.16 between
Yeah.
-1 and 0. So this one is wrong. When x equals, you know what is the meaning of 0.16? The 0 is 0.16. It means when x is equal to 0.16, y is equal to 0.
Yeah.
That is the meaning of the zeros. Zeros mean the value of x when y equals 0. The second one, let me check the second one. There is no zeros at this interval. Okay. Sultan.
Sir, sorry for the first question has a little bit of a small handwriting.
So the solution is wrong for the first one, ya Sultan. We was solving the first one, ya Sultan, and I told you how to solve it. Question number 9. Again for question number 9. Again for question number 9. I will solve question number 9 one more time. Just 1 minute to wait until they finish sending to me. If there's anyone who will send, then we can solve. Omar Dkhail. Just 1 minute. Yeah, Omar. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Let me check the first one. MashaAllah. Question number 9. Okay, we have 2 zeros here. And the second one, there is no zeros. Okay, that's right. And Abdurrahman, just 1 minute. 2 zeros. Me, Abdurrahman. Okay. Abdullah.
Sir, I'll send 11 to right now.
Okay, just send it over now. Okay, Habibi. Me, Abdullah. I will explain number 9. Okay, no problem. Okay, the second one is right. No, the second one. Check Hussein. Yeah, Hussein.
Yes, sir.
Check -1. What is the value of -1? Check the -1 for number 11. What is the value that you find for number 11? -1.
Okay.
Again, for number 9, if you didn't understand how we can solve it, number 9.
Sir, what do you mean for 11?
11, the number that you get from the substitution are wrong. Some numbers are wrong. So I will solve it.
If you ask us this on a test, do we have to, once we get the zeros, do we have to resubstitute it back into the equation to prove? Or
Sorry?
is it, like let's say we find out the zeros, right? Do we have to write it again and substitute it back into the equation to show that it's the zeros, or?
No. Just the question said, determine between which two consecutive numbers there is zeros between them. That's the question. So only I need to find that. You can solve it by using graphical calculator, or you can use by the normal calculator. So for the first one, that's x and that's y. We have here by using substitution. Just 1 minute. I will send you now. Just 1 minute. How we can use a calculator? Please give me the numbers, please. X to the power 2.
For what? For 9?
Plus x plus 9.
So -3, -2,
And plus 0.16. Start from -3, end at 3, then step 1. Okay. So the value that we have, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So the first one, 6.16. The second is 2.16. Third is 0.16. Now we have here also 0.16. And 2.16. 6.16. And the 12.16. If you look at the two numbers that we have here, you will find that the two numbers, the two values for y are closest to be zeros, because that's 0.16. And the two numbers are the same, or even if they are the same or not the same. Now we have here 0.16 and 0.16, two consecutive numbers. Their answer are closest to be 0. They are not 0, but closest to be 0. Then again, you need to repeat again. Repeat again for the table for this one. We have x and we have y. So you have to start from -1 and end at 0 by using step 0.1. So again, for the same function, x power 2 plus x plus 0.16 equals, start from -1, end at 0, step 0.1. You will find that for -1, the answer is 0.16. Do you know how many zeros? -0.9, it's equals 0.07. 0.08, which equals 0. It means we have here, that is the first zero that we have. The second one, 0.05, which equals -0.05. -0.08. The next is -0.09. The next, -0.08. The next, -0.05. Then 0 we have here. That is the second 0 that we have. Then 0.07. It means we have here, if you look at these numbers that we have here, it's negative, then it becomes positive. It means there is 1 0. This one is positive, then becomes negative. It means we have here 1 0. It means there is 2 zeros lies between -1 and 0. Any problem for this one? That's how we can solve the first one, number 9.
No, sir, no problem.
No, sir.
I'm solving, ya shabab. I'm solving now. So please stop sending me anything, please. Stop sending me anything. Because I'm solving now. So number 11, how we can solve number 11? By the same way. Use mood table. How we can use mood table? This one.
What 7?
Just 1 minute.
What 7?
Okay. Do you remember the function? Mood.
Not 7.
7. Then 8 alpha close the bracket, x to the power 3 minus 2x minus 5x minus 1 is
Yes,
equals. Sorry?
This one, isn't it?
It's
Oh,
2x
sorry,
Minus
squared.
1.
Never mind.
Minus 1. And start from negative 5, end at 0. Step 1. So the first value that we have here, which is negative, just 1 minute. It's another value. Check. 8.
Sure, you didn't put
That's power
the
2.
squared.
Power 2.
You didn't do.
You didn't put
Power
power 2.
square, yes. Because I got the different numbers. So the first value that we have here, negative 1026. The second is negative 525, negative 220, negative 63, negative 6, and negative 1. That is the last one. You will find that all of the values below the x-axis. It means there is no zero lies between negative 5 and negative 6 for this function. There is no zero lie between negative 5 and 0 for this function. Any problem for this one?
No.
Okay. Now for the end behavior. What is the meaning of the end behavior? End behavior, if you remember from grade 11, where the function is going to from the left and where it's going from the right side. So for this function, we need to study, use the graph of the function f of x equals negative x to the power 4 plus 8x power 3 plus 3x power 2 plus 6x minus 80 to describe its end behavior. We need to describe the end behavior for this function. Both of the side of the function are going down. That's right?
Yes, sir.
So we'll start reading from left. Limit when x tends to negative infinity. The function is going to which place? Negative infinity. And limit when x is going to the approach to be positive infinity.
Positive infinity.
The function is approach also to be negative infinity. If you didn't remember this one or you didn't understand it, what is the meaning of the end behavior? The meaning of the end behavior, you need to study where the function is going to the function at the left part and at the right part. At the left part, that is the left part of the function. That is the left part of the function. The left part of the function is going down. What is the meaning going down? It means it's going to negative infinity. If the function is going up, it means it's going to positive infinity. From the right side, you will find also the function is going down. It means going down, it means going to negative infinity. How we can write to the left side, at the left side, and at the right side? At the left side, you have to write that limit when x is approached to be negative infinity. Limit when x is approached to be negative infinity, that's the mathematical expression mean at the left part of the function. Then write equal. It's mean the function at the left part of the function where the function is going. The function is going down. What is the meaning is going down? It means it's going to negative infinity. Then the right side. What is the meaning of the right side of the function? It's mean limit when x is approached to be positive infinity. What will happen to the function? At the right side of the function is going to positive infinity. Any problem for this one?
No.
You understand? You remember this one? How we can write it? How we can write the end behavior for the function?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where did you get the positive infinity from?
Which one?
Positive infinity.
Which one? Which one? This one.
No,
Negative.
you said. Oh, negative. Oh.
This one is negative infinity, not positive.
Yeah,
I wrote it here. Negative infinity. Is it clear now? You didn't understand?
Yeah.
If you didn't understand, I can explain it one more time. Any problem for this one?
Sir, can you explain it like again?
Which one?
The same question.
Same question, this one.
Yeah.
For any function, you need to study from left and from right. Just we can erase this one. Again for this one. For example, we have a function like that. What's happened to the function from the left side? The function is going up.
Positive infinity.
From the right side, it's going down.
Down.
What is the meaning of going up? It's going to positive infinity.
Positive.
What's meaning of going down? It's mean going to
Negative.
negative infinity.
Negative.
How you can write at the left side and at the right side? To write at the left side, you have to memorize this one. Left side, it's mean limit when x is going to negative infinity. The function is going to which place? At the left side, the function is going up. Going up, it's mean going to positive infinity. At the right side. But we will not write left and right. That is the meaning. I just explain what is the meaning of left side, what is the meaning of the right side. Limit at the right side when x tends to be, or approach to be, positive infinity. The function is going to
Negative.
negative infinity. Any problem for this one?
No.
Okay, solve number 13 and 14 and send it to me, please. Number 13 and 14, then send it to me.
Like we tell you the limits.
Just write it, yes, the end behavior for this one. Okay. So we can start. We have here, MashaAllah, Farhan, ما في معلوم, Bilal ما في معلوم. We can check the name. Yusuf ما في معلوم, Suhaib ما في معلوم, مجد ما في معلوم, Kumail ما في معلوم, Kumail ما في معلوم, Hassan ما في معلوم.
I'm sending it right now.
حبيبي. Hussein. Yes. Yes, that's right. Okay. So you can find it by two. Yes, yes. Hussein, right. You can write it by two ways. For the first one, for example, the first one, you can say that limit where x tends to negative infinity, you will find that the function tends to also to negative infinity. Or you can write it with another way. When x tends to be negative infinity, the function will tend to negative infinity. You can write it with two ways. That's the first way, and that's the second one. And both of them are right. Because I got some answers by like this one, and some like that one. Both of them are right. Okay? So we can go to the second part. How we can...
So, my answer is correct, right?
Which one?
Because I wrote it the second way. I wrote limit of x is negative infinite, so f of x is negative infinite. So like I did it the other way.
محمد بلال خان. مية مية محمد بلال. مية مية. حذيفة. فين حذيفة؟ حذيفة ما في. حذيفة مخربان.
So that's Zephyr.
Yes.
I'm doing it now.
Okay. Okay.
So do we solve this?
We will solve this one. Can you solve this one?
You want us to solve and send it to you, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Solve question number 15, 16, and 17. And send it to me.
Sir, on 16, when it's going to negative infinite on the x side, it goes to both positive and negative. How do you write that?
Just try to think about it. If you didn't find it, I will explain it to you. Who's Ryan Khalid?
Son.
Ryan Khalid.
It's a son.
Sir? Sorry?
It's a son.
Hassan's.
Hassan's brother?
It's Hassan, but it's just his brother's name.
Mr. I sent it 13 and 14.
So now we are solving 15, 16, 17.
It's the same thing as the ones before, right?
We studied this one in grade 11, but I will, if you remember, I will explain it again one more time.
It's the same thing we did for 13 and 14.
Yes, but that's different idea. That both of the terms are approached to be, for the function, approach to be a number, not positive infinite.
The second one has an asymptote.
Yes, that's the point. The asymptote.
Or do both of them have an asymptote?
Okay. I'm kind of confused.
I don't know. I don't remember how to.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused, but I'm trying.
Remember the asymptotes? I will just give you a hint for this one. You remember the asymptotes?
Yes.
The line of asymptote, we have two lines of asymptotes. That is the main two lines that we have. The vertical line and the horizontal line. What is the difference between the vertical line and the horizontal line of asymptote? How we find the vertical line of asymptote?
When it's vertical, x equals 0.
Which x?
Basically.
No. The vertical line of asymptote, we find the vertical line for the value which makes the denominator is equal to 0. That's the vertical line of asymptote. So to find the vertical line at the first all, what you have to do, just look at the denominator. The denominator that we have, which is x power 2 minus 2x plus 8. Then make this denominator is equal to 0. Can you solve this denominator? Is there any value which makes the denominator is equal to 0? By use mode 5-3. Use mode 5-3. Can you find two numbers? If you multiply them, the answer is 8. If you add them, the answer is 2.
Yeah, you can find it.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. What is the two numbers?
No,
if you multiply them, your answer is 8. If you add them, the answer is 2.
No.
By use a calculator mode 5-3. What is the answer? Stop sending me anything, please. Just wait for
imaginary answers.
Yeah,
imaginary answers mean there is no real number. Give you the makes the denominator is equal to 0. It means there is no vertical line of asymptote. So the vertical line of asymptote, that's the exception for the domain. If you remember the domain, when we say that for any fractional function, if you need to find the domain, just make exception for the values which make the denominator is equal to 0. That is the vertical line of asymptote. And the horizontal line of asymptote. If the degree of numerator, like if you remember this one, when we say that f of x is equals a of x over b of x. If the degree of numerator is is smaller than the degree of denominator, it means we have one vertical line of asymptote, which is y equals 0. The vertical line of asymptote, which is y equals 0 for this one. A of x, a is greater than b, it means we have vertical line of asymptote. If a is equals b, then we have here the coefficient of a divided by the coefficient of b. If the a of x is smaller than b of x, it means there is no horizontal line. You remember this one or not remember?
I remember taking it, but I don't really remember anything more than that.
I didn't know it.
So no problem. We will explain it when there is one lesson for this one. We will revise it again one more time for how we can graph. But look at the function that we have. You will find that we have for this one for number 16, for number 15. For example, for number 15. If you look at number 15, you will find that
the line never approaches.
The line is approached to be, the line is moving by this way. The line, if you are going, the line is approached to be 0, is going with 0. And the second line is also approached to be 0. If you extend the two sides. If you are not sure about that, just all what you have to do, just by substitution, what is the meaning of the limit of the function? It means when you increase the value for the negative, like negative 10, negative 100, negative 1000, what is the answer that you will find?
It will always be greater than 0.
So for the first one, let x equals negative 10. Then x equals negative 100. X equal to negative 1000. X is equal to negative 10,000. That's from the left side. And from the right side, let x equals 10. X equals 100. X equals 1000. X equals 10,000. What is the answer that you will find? Can you solve this one, please, with me? by substitution for the first one. That is the function that we have. Replace x with -1. Replace x with -1. What is the answer that you will find?
-1 or -10?
Sorry?
-1 or -10?
-10. -10.
Okay. It's -5/64.
Decimal as decimal, please.
0.08.
0.08. The second one?
Mr.
Yes.
Eslam, I sent you the answer.
I'm solving now, so I have to leave the explanation and going to the answer, or what? Or you have to wait? Give me the option. You can wait, or I have to wait. Which one?
Okay, we will wait.
Okay, can wait. Alhamdulillah.
It's -9.8.
How come -9.8?
I don't know. We do something wrong.
Mode 1. -100.
Yeah.
Over -100 to the power 2. Just 1 minute. You put -100 in between two brackets?
Yes, I did.
-2 times -100.
Oh, it's times to the power -3. Okay, yeah, it's -0.009.
So times 10 to the power -3. So the answer now would be -9.8 times 10 to the power -3. It means the number now is close to be decimal, close to be 0. Then change the number now to be 1000. 1000. What is the answer that you would find?
9.9 times 10 to the power -4.
9.9. -9.9 times 10 to the power -4. It means by increasing the number in the negative, you will find that the number that approach to be to be 0. So from the negative side, so we can say that limit when x is approached to be -infinite, the function, the value of the function will close to be 0. And if you try from the right side, you will also find it will be limit when x is approached to be -infinite, the function is approached to be also 0. You understand how we can find it if you didn't find from the graph? That is the easy way. Again, for this one. Now we have the graph is horizontal one. It's not vertical. If the graph is going up or going down, it's easy now to solve it. The graph is going up or going down. It's going to positive infinite or going to negative infinite. Now we have a horizontal graph. To which number the function is approach? We need to know. How we know that? All what we have to do, just replace x with -10, -100, 1000, 10,000. Then find the number that all of the function is approached to be.
Right.
You get the idea? You will find that by the end, by increasing the value, you will find that when x is approached to be -infinite, you will find that the function is approached to be 0. That's from the left side.
Yeah.
From the right side, when x is approached to be positive infinite, after substitution, you will find that the function is approached to be
0.
Also 0. You get the idea for this one?
Yes.
Can you check the second, number 2?
Yeah.
Because I have a session right now.
Line.
Leave the vertical line now.
I'm still kind of lost. How did you get all these numbers from -10 and all that?
Just substitution. Remove x and put -10. -100. -1000. -10,000. Then find the answer. The answer is close to be which number? Because I have a session now, so please just finish 16 and 17 by the same way. Then send it to me.
Can you show 17?
You substitute any number that.
I said 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000 because the graph is vertical. It's horizontal, not vertical.
Yeah.
Just take a screenshot for this one.
Okay.
Halas? Finish?
Plus.
Because I have a session now. Okay? Okay. Send me the answer, please. Assalamu alaikum.